everyone. I'm going out for a walk this morning. It's 6:30 a.m. and the birds are chirping. Maybe they enjoy the cool breeze now. I guess it feels a little colder, and yeah, it's winter. Winter has come. Yeah, the breeze is cold. I love it here because I see a lot of birds here. Large shrub out here. Grass is not that tall, but at least there are grasses. And you see that big tree out there. Well, we don't get to see to get ourselves under its shade, but because it's quite far. But I think it would have been a good sit out there if there was a bench in it. So you see, the sun is up. Very huge sun. It's a Titanic sun. The sun looks like that here in the Middle East. Looks big. Obviously, because this country is near the equator. Something like that. a little bit near. Okay, so in the middle of the day it is kind of warmer, but the temperature today is so cool. I think I pretty much like it. Well, I guess this is a start for me to start walking again in the mornings. That so-called routine walking exercises. I'm gonna resume. There's another shade there. And the playground. I guess it's nice to sit down there. There's a bench there and everything. Would be nice. Well, a nice walk is really what I need now. Yeah, to straighten my stiffened joints and limbs. The playground hasn't been kept well ever since. Anyways, I used to sit there, remember? In that gazebo. Well, this is what I mean. Yeah. In the summer, though that is a good shade there, it is not a good place to stay because it's kind of warm, really warm. Okay. But in winter, like this, or in quote-unquote autumn, it's pretty nice to stay there. So, oh, it's Tuesday and the children are getting ready for school. The bus is going around picking them up and bringing them to their respective schools. I can see 2 buses out there. Well, this is my vast plantation of dates. Wish ko lang. See, I am not used to walking in this area, but you see, I am walking in it here now. Because it's just cool. It doesn't feel burdened to walk here. I don't sweat. Yeah. Feels a little bit colder. Maybe like 23 degrees, maybe. Or maybe, yeah, some 25. Some 22 to 25 degrees, that is. Trooping my dates here. Sometimes I'm trooping my mountains. Okay, so ever wondered how these dates grow by themselves? Well, surely they need heat to grow. But you see, they are living things, so they also need water to drink. You see this pipe over here? Yeah, so they're being watered. Really. This pipe here goes all the way around this complex. You see, I like seeing this grass. It's rare here. Not that rare, but I mean, you see, it's not everywhere, right? Okay, so going back to these pipes, they keep the dates alive. Yeah, the caretaker just put it on, and then the water is being distributed to every date plant. Oh, I just came from night duty, and come 15 minutes I'm out of this complex, and I'm gonna take my more night sleep. Oh, the leaves are withering. Well, maybe it's the usual process. Yeah, maybe it's how the dates grow. Those leaves and stems are withering, and then they're gonna be pulled out. You see that one? And then another, not an inch, actually I think a meter of the bark of the trunk grows upward, right? So each time you cut off a branch out there, well, it means that branch is old, and that means the date plant is growing up a little bit taller. Yeah, so you must pull all the older branches out there. This is amazing. So this is the young date plant. It looks like this. So it's pretty humongous. I mean, it's obviously tall like that house that I have there back home. I mean, if I get lost in the woods with this kind of plant, which I do not know what the name is, I'd be kind of a little bit scared about it. Okay, it's nice to look at the palm tree arrangement of leaves. Someday when I get to have a good camera and when I get to have good shooting skills, maybe I'd know how to shoot them one by one. I mean, in this perspective. I never thought it could be fun shooting date plants. Yeah. See? Okay, so going back again, trooping those date plants out there. Maybe if you own more date plantations here, maybe you could be considered a wealthy man. Maybe. Obviously, you could have a factory for dates. Dates, what I mean is factory for dates. Preparations such as date cakes, dry dates packed, covered in plastic, serving as desserts. Yeah, it's like, you know, what you do with guavas, you make jams out of it, or pineapples. With dates, I did not see any jam date here, but yeah, dates are just being served at the table. Well, I think I saw one, or maybe I saw it sometimes, but people don't really utilize dates here for a jam. Okay, so trooping my dates once again. I'm gonna be back inside the complex to wrap up everything. Let's position ourselves in this view. Yeah, it's so amazing. I never really knew fun. There is fun with the trooping of dates. Well, in a country not full of greenery, this suffices. The side of dates and the side of short, not really short, I think they're tall grasses is enough. There are small plants out there. Actually, they look small, but when you get close to them, they're desert shrubs. They're actually tall. They actually grow like a tree. They grow as tall as a tree. Yeah. And obviously, they harbor water and store it. Yeah. And their bodies or stems like that, trunks, and their vessels. And their roots, yeah. That is where they store their water supply to keep them going. Well, I don't know what to call this tree, but it's a nice shade out here. Okay, one day, again, I'm gonna sit down under the shade. More night.